Alrighty. Will it make the hard line, the bypass, well, that's the bypass line, or kind of the hybrid line? Who's to know, and what is it? What are we talking about? Usually we have some vehicles that don't have any problems with this, but today, Brian, we've got something that normally would have, but might make it.
You see that?
Yes.
That's all you need to know. What that means is it can tow dirt bikes like that, and it has 1 inch more ground clearance. It has specific springs, spring rates, and dampers all around. And it also has real skid plates. Under the oil pan, yes. It's also covering the trans pan because the crossmember, its trans is okay. And then the fuel tank is also a steel skid plate, not a plastic one, not an air plate, a skid plate. And there are recovery points that's under the bumper. You can't see it, but there are recovery points. They're not exposed, and that's for MPG, but they're there. So all that covered, wheel and tire. That's the biggest deal for off-road.
And approach.
And approach. So it's not the best approach angle,
no.
but it is better because of the ride height increase.
Yes.
And the air dam's a little bit shorter.
And how much does that increase?
1 inch ride height. Yeah. Everyone take an inch, right?
Yes.
Okay. Anyways, so that's about a 1.25 in wheel height and gap. Anyways, 18-inch wheel. These look super beefy, but they also look like they belong on like a hot Civic. I love it. I think they look super good. You also have the terrain contact ATs. These are actually an all-terrain from Continental, and they are incredibly quiet on the highway. The question is, are they any good here in our loose rock? So as far as the hill is concerned, if we can get the nose up that ledge, which I don't think we can, I think it's got it. But if we do a hybrid line approach, we'll get the right side up the middle, I think it might do it. The weight will get it done, Craig, is come back here. This rear end has a brand new rear subframe and a brand new multi-link rear suspension. And in that is the torque vectoring rear diff. And the system is able to put as much as 70% of the power to the back. Ooh. That is huge. The motor is transversely mounted, but it can put more power to the back than the front.
Hello, Rally.
Exactly. And it can move as much as 100% of the power left to right. So when you're in the off-road mode, though, there's a trail mode, and we'll talk about that stuff in a minute, it actually won't do 100% left to right. What it will do is up to 75% to the one with the most traction. It keeps 25% to the one that might be in the air, so that that tire comes back down, there's no delay in shooting power right back to it. Interesting. That's the idea behind it. They claim that's the best thing to do. This thing is 30% more reactive than the previous gen's option, and it is also, I think it's 40% stronger in terms of torque rating. That's a big deal. So I say we hop in and check out the modes and see what we can do.
We're now breakover. You think we're okay on breakover?
The skid plate will save us.
Okay.
It's worth trying.
All right, Brian, into the inside, we have more goodies to go along with all that stuff you just talked about. What are some of those goodies?
Okay, let's show them right here. So we have our drive mode selector right here. And as I toggle that, you'll see in the dash here, we have sport, normal, econ, who cares, snow, trail, sand, and tow. So sand is kind of super reactive. Throttle keeps wheel spin high so you can get through these sand pits. But what we want is trail. Trail is making that rear diff react really fast and keeping it on high alert. Okay. And that's what we're going to do here today.
Okay, so no rock crawl necessarily, no 4 low, but
and no true rear locker.
But we do have pretty smart programming, and we do have some power to go back. So let's see what that does.
Exactly. And wait, one more. And we have a great terrain system. So when you're in trail mode, this camera mode comes up right here. It's good resolution, and I can see where I'm going, and it shows you your tire line. See that orange line right there? It shows you where your trajectory is based on your steering.
And you can toggle, you can see your actual wheel where it's.
Oh, look at that. Now you can actually see the wheel where it's placing. So if you're up next to a rock you're about to rub against, you can tell what's going on there.
That's pretty cool.
Looking forward to that.
All right. Enough talk about packages and stickers and trims and yellow or orange, whatever emblems. Let's see what it actually does. We're going to try the hard line, and that is this one right here. And this is this big ledge that catches a lot of crossovers, SUVs like we're doing today, out because of this big step up here and over. Will it have the approach? Will we need the hybrid? Will I fall? So who knows? So because we don't have 4 low, we can't really crawl it, but we're going to creep it as best we can to make sure we don't tear up the front. And I can just tell you, it doesn't look like it's going to make it. So let's see. I'll talk him up to the ledge and stop him before we hit anything.
Keep going.
All right, let's see. We're going to make a determination because now we've come on. So what's happened is we've hit a little low spot right here at the wheel and in the back, and that's made it drop some. Made this drop, so now it's touching there. So we may have to do a little bit of the hybrid, Brian.
Okay.
We probably could go up, but because it's just dropped so much from being rutted out, it's just not going to clear it.
So Canadian Phil rutted it out is what happened.
Yes. Thanks, Canadian Phil. So what we're going to do now is we're still going to tackle this obstacle here, but we're going to help the tire up by taking a little bit of the hybrid right here with one of the wheels. So we'll still get over that. We're just helping that front part get up and over the ledge. Interesting thing is though, these tires are doing really good and the management system is doing well. It is not slipping wheels too much. As soon as I said that, it starts doing it though.
Yeah. I gotta get this park sensor off. All it hears is beeping and it won't hear what you're saying. I don't know how to turn the park sensor off.
So Brian, I just got done telling the audience that these tires are doing a really good job and the torque management system is doing a really good job not slipping any wheels.
As it slipped.
And immediately starts
slipping.
So we tried to turn all the audible alerts off so you don't hear that the entire time on the camera. And this menu makes it really hard. There might be a way, but we couldn't find it real quick in a couple minutes. So we're just gonna turn Brian off, which is usually my preference anyways, and you should enjoy the show better. So this is a good test of the traction of the wheels and the system delivering the power. So we're getting slippage on, okay, and it found it. Now it's walking up. There it comes, and it's got the clearance. There we go, and it's gonna try to get over. The traction, you see the wheel spinning here and in the back. And I think we've got it. We do.
You got it. Yeah, boy.
Yeah. Okay. So pretty impressive. We had to give it some throttle. You want to turn your mic back on? So pretty impressive, Brian. We had to give it a little throttle. We didn't have 4 low, but we got
awesome.
it.
It worked.
Yeah.
That was one of the best crossovers we've had up here, period. So I don't know if you can see it on camera, but this left front wheel was spinning a lot, and I felt it shove power to the wheel that was in the air, and then I'll go, oops, that doesn't work, and send it to the wheel on the ground. So the left rear got all the power, and it just walked right up.
Right.
That was impressive.
All right. So yeah, that was pretty cool. It's exactly what we saw on camera as well. Hopefully that comes through on the video. You can see the power being shifted around. That's what it's supposed to do.
That was awesome.
I mean, I don't know what harder trail someone would take one of these up anyways.
But honestly, that's going to be the gatekeeper for most of your campsites.
Yeah.
And this is going to make it. So
absolutely.
Kudos Honda. That was a really good system.
Great
it goes
job.
to show that it's more than just embroidery, this package.
It is. We had skid plates, we weren't concerned. So we had a little more confidence. That helped with that. We had the tires to get the traction when it got the power there. And then actually the system got the power there.
And we didn't lower tire pressures or anything.
No.
So
all right, pretty cool. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more and check all the socials. And thanks for watching Texas Truck Channel.
Stay in it all the way forward. All right, let up. There you go. You got it.
Yeah.
And the system just works.
Yeah.
It just works.